Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you about optometry school. I'm sure that's why a lot of you guys clicked on this video. But what I really want to talk about is my process, how I got in, how you can have a stellar application, all that stuff. So a little background story. I was I was never gonna apply this cycle. This is probably one of my housemates. But anyways, yeah, I was never gonna apply this cycle. I was gonna take a gap year, like a lot of my friends were gonna do, which I now regret. But you know, I still, yeah, I'll talk about it in a second. But basically, what I did was, it was around December, beginning of December, end of November, that I decided I was like, I'm not gonna do this. I just want to apply. And I was I was freaking out because, if you're somebody who has their life together and knew from the beginning that this is what you wanted to do, no gap year, or if you're going to take a gap year, you were going to apply earlier, you know that the best time to apply is in the summer, around July, August month, or September. And by that point, you would have taken the OATs as well. So I didn't take the OATs. I was very late. I'm going to be very late if I do decide to take the OATs and apply. And I need to get my stuff together. I'm trying my best to not be vulgar. But yeah, so the whole month of December. So I spent 3 weeks studying for the OATs. And the way that I did this was I separated each day with a subject or with certain chapters. So, for example, Monday would be quantitative reasoning, 5 chapters. Tuesday would be the rest of quantitative reasoning, organic chemistry, a little bit of that. Wednesday, so on and so on. And then at the very end of my 3 weeks, I reserved the last 2 days for practice exams. And I would definitely recommend taking practice exams if you could, because they have solutions to the answers, and a lot of those questions kind of mirror what you're going to see on the OETs, but not exactly. So that's what I would recommend. So I take my OETs in January 9th, I think. I take them, I do very well, and I attribute my success for the fact that I've been tutoring these subjects like bio, physics, chemistry since I was a sophomore. So if you're somebody who is not as confident in those subjects, or you haven't tutored or something like that, I would definitely recommend creating a plan that's 6 months, 3 months ahead. So after I took the OATs and I got my scores, I immediately jumped into my personal statement. So my personal statement took about a week and a half to complete, and I would spend most of my days leading up to my submission to writing my personal statement and editing it. And the biggest advice I would say is just keep editing and send it out to people that you trust and you know that they'll give you constructive feedback. Don't send it to somebody who you know is going to be like, oh, it's so good, you're fine, because most of the times they're just trying to be nice. Third thing, so I covered OATs, personal statement. Third thing is letters of recommendation. So most programs require that you get a letter of recommendation from a optometrist that you've shadowed, or somebody in the vision industry, so ophthalmologist or something, which is what I had. One of them was an ophthalmologist because I worked for them as a technician, but my other ones were a professor and then a research advisor. So the way I would go about letters of recommendation is, if you can't have physical access to them, you can't stand in front of them and ask them right then and there, I would say emailing, and be as professional as possible. So for example, and be direct. For example, when I asked my professor, integrative physiology professor, make sure you're close with them too, because I was very close with her. But anyway, so the way that I asked her was, in the email heading, I said letters of recommendation, just so like she knew and she wasn't confused. And then I started off like, "Hi, how are you? I hope your winter is going great," etc. And then the next thing I did was I just went right for the meat. I was like, "Would you be able to write me a letter of recommendation? I would need it by this date, and you submit it to this website or this link, and then they'll be sending you this stuff." So it's basically like laying it all out so she expects, or they expect, what's going to happen. And then I attached my resume, my cover letter, and my transcript, because a lot of the times professors would want these documents in order to have a better understanding of your college career and like you as a person. So when they're writing your personal statement, it's more enriched. Also, if you don't do that, they're more than likely going to ask you for it, and then you're just going to waste time waiting for them to email you back asking for these documents. So letters of recommendation is out of the way. Next step was submitting. So I applied to 4 programs based on my specific wants, and what I really wanted was a program that could provide good clinical experience, good practice management, because I want to open a practice, and a program in a state that's located near Asian Americans. A lot of Asian Americans and underrepresented minority groups, because I really feel like there is a need in the healthcare profession for better representation. So that's what I did, and I researched a lot, and I decided I decided between Salis in Pennsylvania, SCO in California, and SUNY in New York. So I got an interview to every school that I applied to. Thank God. I honestly did not think that was gonna happen, but I'll probably make another video on the breakdown of how that worked out. I don't know, but the general idea is I got these interviews, and I interviewed already at Salis, and I got accepted into their scholars and their traditional program. If you guys want to learn more about what Salis is about, what the campus is like, their interviewing process, the difference between scholars and traditional, comment below and I'll definitely make a video. But there's not enough time right now. And plus, tomorrow actually I fly out to my second interview in California at SACO. So wish me luck, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. But basically, my top choice I would say is California, mostly because my family lived there, and there's a lot of Asian Americans who live there, and that program has the #1 practice management program out of all of the schools, which is something very attractive to me because I want to open my own practice someday. I hope this video was informative, and this is my first video. If you guys have any recommendations or criticisms or things that you enjoyed, let me know below, and I'll try my best to improve on the next one. But really the whole goal is I want to be able to help you guys during your process, because I didn't feel like I had anybody really to help me. And for my friends who applied, it was a little bit cutthroat, I'm not going to lie. I go to a very big school. I go to Rutgers in New Jersey, and if you don't know, this is a very research-based institution and science-based institution. So, and it's huge. So the pool is big, many sharks, and not saying that there weren't helpful people along the way, because there definitely were. All I'm saying is I didn't have that help, and I hope I can help you guys. So thank you again. Yeah, my information is going to be in the description box if you guys want to reach out to me another way. But yeah, thank you for watching.